I don't know about you guys, but I've been waiting 2 months, or close to 2 months now. I think I placed the order for this Holley Terminator system on like January 18th, and this thing just came in the mail a few days ago, March 6th, March 7th, something like that. So I'm super excited to get this thing opened and unboxed. And I also got a few sensors for it that you're going to need when you get this kit as well. So let me get you in here close. Let me show you what we got to work with. All right, so this is the Ford 550937 kit. And so this fits like Ford small blocks. Now, Holley used to also offer an F kit. It just ended with F for Fox body. And that was an additional kit, gave you some extra harnesses. It gave you an extension to be able to put the ECU underneath your passenger seat, but they since discontinued that kit. But I think that all those different harnesses and things it used to come with, now you can just buy those things separately. So for me, I didn't really care too much. I think probably what I'm going to do is just put the ECU probably in the factory location in the kick panel, something like that. Also for my build, we're doing things like coil near plug, GMLS coils. So we're not using like the TFI. We're also using a GM style throttle body. GM style IAC, so unlike the Ford stuff. So we don't really need a lot of that stuff anyway. So when you first get this bad boy, this is what you're getting. So inside here in this little box is going to be your actual ECU. So you got that bad boy. Whole bunch of nice instruction manuals, and I had a chance over the last few days to kind of look through these, and Holley does make it very nice. Their instructions are awesome, and then all the stuff they have through their website for additional materials to help you with installation, the Holley forums, all that stuff. Seems like it's really going to help. And there's just tons of videos out there on YouTube if you need help, right? So many different harnesses. This is going to be our main harness. This one here is our power harness. So it looks like it's just kind of clicks in somewhere. And then you've got your main power and ground that says directly to the battery. Let's see, this guy, I don't know what that is. We'll have to figure that out. Here's our little 3.5-inch touchscreen programmer and fuel injection harness. This bad boy, I don't know, some kind of extension, our wideband, and then I think this is for our tack output. And then, of course, it also gives you the bung to be able to weld the wideband. Now, what I think we also need to buy additionally, so you got to think about this when you're going to commit to buy this. You are going to have to buy some additional things, right? One of those being for me, since I'm going to coil near plug or coil on plug, we do need to get an additional harness. I'll put that down below. I forget the part number off the top of my head, but I think that's around 130 or 140 bucks. So we're going to buy that, and then we're going to be able to put those wires into the ECU and then be able to just run that harness right to the GM connector for the LS coils. You're also going to need sensors. So this system doesn't come with sensors. I was a little bit confused on that, so I waited to get the sensors until the kit came, because I wasn't sure if they came with it or not. But basically what you're going to need is 2 pressure sensors, one for oil pressure, one for fuel pressure, and then a coolant temperature sensor, and then what they call a MAT sensor, which is manifold absolute temp sensor. So it's different, right? It's different than a map, because you also need a map sensor. It does have an onboard map sensor, but just to 1 bar. So if you want to have higher than that, then you want to go with an aftermarket sensor, which I did already do that. I'll show you guys close up on the back of the Holley High Ram. I've already got that. All right, now as far as the sensors go, this one here is the coolant temperature sensor that you need. So again, these are just for the Holley so that the Holley can see your coolant temp. For example, on my Ford engine, you're still going to have the original coolant temperature sensor that's going to run to your factory gauges, right? So you're keeping that. So this is an additional sensor. And here on my Holley High Ram, we actually have an additional little open spot to be able to put that in. And all these sensors these are just like a GM style coolant temperature sensor. So these are sold everywhere. You can get them directly from Holley. Tons of companies sell them. I just got this one. This is just kind of a cheap $15 one off Amazon. So let me give that one a shot. Then this MAT sensor, same thing. This is just a GM style connector, kind of an off-the-shelf part. You can get these through Holley. You can get these through everywhere. Again, got this thing off of Amazon, 15 bucks, something like that. Very cheap. Pressure sensors. Now, these have been hotly debated, these pressure sensors. So I decided for my map sensor, I wouldn't use a pressure sensor like this. I ended up using an actual GM, AC Delco 3-bar map sensor from like the LS9, I think, the supercharged motor, right? So that was really cheap, 20, 30 bucks. Now, you can also do the 100 PSI pressure sensors for your map sensor, and they can get expensive, right? So there's companies out there that range from the low side of about 60 bucks all the way up to, I think Holley sensors are, $100 plus, something like that, right? Now, these ones here, I'm going to use just for oil pressure and fuel pressure. So for the Holley. So we're going to see how they do. And I decided, just because I want to be able to show you guys, right, and see if they work. And if they don't work, fine, I'll switch it out. But oil pressure, fuel pressure. Now, these are 100 PSI pressure sensors. They're 1/8-inch MPT. And these were super cheap, like 14, 15 bucks each, okay? So do we have a high confidence that they're going to last forever? No. But, if they last for a couple years and start getting weird or something, fine, we'll replace them. But I just, for the money, I was like, we got to try this out, and let's just see if it works, right? If it does, awesome. And that way, at least I can let you guys know, right? Hey, maybe there's this other option we could try. But anyway, enough rambling. Let me show you guys the map sensor real quick. So this here is the map sensor that I ended up buying. So again, because I'm going to have a turbocharged application, I needed to be able to have the Holley read boost pressure, right? So this is the map. Now again, you could, instead of using a map, you could use just like 100 PSI or even whatever, 50 PSI pressure sensor to do it. But since my high ram already had this nice little spot for this to just go right in and screw in, that's what I used. Now the MAT sensor will probably just go right in here for me, too. So I'll screw that one in for the MAT and then be good to go. And then, like I was telling you guys, my coolant temp sensor will go here, and then my oil pressure sensor on my application will go in a little block. So I have to install a little block here to be able to use this factory oil pressure sensor for my gauge, and then the other pressure sensor for the Holley. And then I also need my turbo feed line going in there. So that's kind of a whole mess all in itself. Now for my little 100 PSI fuel pressure sensor, you might be wondering, where does this go? Where can you put it? You could put it actually onto like the 1/8-inch NPT gauge port for your fuel pressure regulator, or if you want to keep like your mechanical gauge so that, if you're just looking at the motor, you can see it, and you want to put this somewhere else, then I ended up finding this cool little solution on Amazon. Check this out. So this guy right here is just a little 6AN swivel, and then it's got an 1/8-inch NPT right on top of it. So our little guy can just go right in there. He'll be close to all the wiring. I don't know where exactly the Holley stuff's going to fall yet, so we'll have to see. Maybe it'll be here, maybe it'll be here, whatever. But yeah, it makes it simple, right? Then we can just have our feed line go right inside there, and boom, there's our pressure to the Holley. So that makes it really simple. And again, this fitting, pretty cheap, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that. Costs as much as the freaking sensor. Now, the other sensor I wanted to mention that you will need some additional harness and wiring and stuff for is if you want to add E85 to your system. So I did also buy, this is a GM, E85 flex fuel sensor. This is a true GM unit. It's not a Chinese one. Now, these are only about 55 bucks. I bought this one on Amazon. They're all over online. So I didn't really see anything cheaper, because if there was like a $15 sensor, you can bet I would have bought it and tried it. But this one seems to be the best one. No one has any issues. So when you get this thing, it's just got the normal 3/8 quick release, ends on it. So I ordered these AN lines. So these are just 3/8, push lock or push on connectors to a 6AN line. So now we can just plumb this right in line with our fuel. So that's the mechanical side of it, right? And then how do we connect that to our Holley? So there's a few different companies out there. The Sloppy Mechanics guys, he makes a harness. I think it's like 75 bucks. And then I found a couple other smaller companies that also make harnesses that are about $40. So it looks like, I don't think Holley makes kind of a specific, harness. So it's basically called like the Flex Fuel Power Tap. So it does something where it just connects into like the power tap part of the Holley, and then comes with like 5 or 6 feet long of wiring to be able to just plug right in with the connector right to your flex fuel sensor. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to get mine on order, and it'll be all pretty easy and all that good stuff. Now, of course, when I go to put this onto the car, we'll do a whole nother video, a whole full install video. But I was just kind of so stoked to get this thing. I just wanted to be able to show you guys. And if you're thinking about buying one of these things, this is kind of what it all comes with. And I know it looks crazy and intimidating, but honestly, it's not. I've done some systems like this on other cars, and once you get this big harness open, you start connecting a few connectors where they go, everything just kind of falls in place, and it's all pretty simple. The wiring is pretty minimal. Like you saw on that one power and ground, you just hook that up to the battery, get your stuff going, follow the directions. Grounds are usually your best friend. That's usually where guys run into the most issues is not having a ground or missing a ground somewhere. But yeah, usually it's pretty straightforward stuff. You can also see what's really nice about the Holley kit is all this stuff is nicely labeled, right? So there's no guesswork like, oh, what the heck is this, right? Map sensor, boom. CTS sensor. I mean, everything is nicely labeled. Makes it very, very simple to be able to get all this stuff installed on your Ford application. Whoops, that's not good. All right, guys, that's going to be it for this one. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll catch you guys on the next one.